Hey guys, Caroline here. Today I'm going to show you a particular offer that I've been doing quite heavily over the past week or so, and yesterday I managed to hit it 3 times and got £30 of pure profit. So let me show you what this offer is. It is on the Betfair Exchange. Now, it's very useful to sign up to Betfair even if you use another exchange as your primary exchange. So for me, I use Smarkets primarily. But Betfair, I mean, for a start, if you sign up to Betfair, they've got a fantastic welcome offer where you can get up to £100 in free bets. I got 80 quid, so that's pretty damn good. Now, with Betfair, you've got two halves of it. You've got the sports book that acts like any other bookie, and then you've got the exchange itself, which acts like any other exchange, such as Smarkets, Matchbook, and BetDAQ. So this offer is done on the exchange. And it can seem a little strange because what you have to do is you have to place back bets on horses at the exchange, and usually you use exchanges for doing lay bets, but of course on an exchange you can back and lay. That's what an exchange is. It allows you to trade your bets with other people. So let me get into the specifics of what this offer is. It is a horse racing offer and it is on every day. So money back as cash, not a free bet, cash if your horse goes odds on in play and loses. So this is on every day, and the offer page shows you very clearly exactly what day, what meeting it applies to for every day. So today we're the 1st of November and the meeting is Sedgefield. So what does it mean? Okay, odds on means that the odds will drop to 2 in decimal or below, which is evens. But the minimum odds is 4. So what has to happen is you have to back a horse when the odds are 4 or above. And then during the running of the race, the horse's odds have to improve, which means they drop down to 2. So it's like it has to sort of get ahead and start pushing. So it looks like it's going to win and the odds drop down to 2, but then it still has to go on and lose the race. Now, if you've ever watched any horse racing, you'll see this happens quite often. The horses are running around. It looks like one's gonna lead, and then no, suddenly this outsider comes along and it loses. So yesterday I managed to hit this 3 times. So let me show you an image from my account. Now what I've done, I've blurred out all of the specifics because obviously I don't want to put in my reference numbers and everything out there in the public because it can be tracked. The underlined are the 5 horse races on which I actually bet on. So this was all yesterday, 31st of October, and I bet on 5 of the races. I believe there were 6, so I didn't do them all. And you can see here the odds. So 4.0 exactly, 4.0, 4.2, 4.0, and this was higher at 5.7. Now what was interesting was that all the horses lost the races. But on 3 of them, if you see these credits here, this is how it looks when it comes in. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't actually show you which horse it was for. So I don't know exactly which race and which horse. So other than watching the races, I'm not sure what they are. But what I do is each day, I'll try and get on as many races as I can, and then I look for these credits. Now these other things up here, these are just other bets which I've placed which have won. It's the credits here, and you can't read what that says, but it says credits, and it will just have a reference number. Now this is cash in your account. It's not a free bet, which is better because if you have a £10 free bet, you might be able to get £7.50, £8, £8.50 perhaps at a push, but you're not going to get the full £10, whereas this is £10 cash. So if we come back to the offer itself, it's a maximum £10 refund. So unfortunately, it's not one which you can scale up with bigger stakes. But it is on every single day, and you can do it for every single race for that meeting. So if we have a look at Sedgefield, now I'm going to look at this on Smarkets. So one thing I'll say here, one of the other reasons why this offer is brilliant is because by doing this at the exchange, you're going to get very, very good odds, much better than if you were doing it at a bookmaker. And that is because of the way bookmakers work. You see, bookmakers are always going to apply a margin to the odds to ensure a profit. That's how they make their money. So the odds at a bookmaker are always going to be a little bit lower, or a lot lower, than the true odds. Whereas an exchange is purely peer-to-peer. It's all the thousands, I don't know how many people are out there betting on these exchanges, which means the odds at the exchange are very, very close to true odds. And so when you compare the odds at two different exchanges, you'll find they're very similar. So actually what I'll do is we'll go and have a look at both of these races. So if we go to back to betting, sorry, what I mean is both of the exchanges. I don't know what's happened there. Right, let me fix that. Okay, so we're on the exchange and I'm going to click horse racing here. So it shows you this is the offer here, and I'm going to click on Sedgefield so we can see what the races are for today. Now on the, unfortunately you can't see it on the left hand side. Let me, actually, sorry. Right, I've just adjusted my screen. So you can see here I'm on the exchange tab. I've clicked on horse racing, selected Sedgefield. Now on the left hand side are each of the races. So we start off with the 1320. So the way this works is you have to back a horse when it is at 4 or above. So we've got one here, Budari, which is at 3.9 at the moment. Now if you think about what's got to happen, it has to pull in front. Now really this can happen to sort of any horse, but generally speaking I'm going to go for one that's kind of the lowest, that's close to 4. Now let's go and have a look at what this is like on Smarkets. So here's Sedgefield, 1320 here. If we have a look at Budari, look how close these values are. So the back odds for this are currently 4 on Smarkets and 3.9 on Betfair. It's only 0.1 out, and that is what is so good about this offer. So what my tactic is what I used to do is I used to have an alert set up on Odds Monkey to show me a close match, but there's really no need, because with the two exchanges you can always find a close match. So what I would do is I would wait until this comes to 4, or I would actually click on it, increase the odds to 4, which you're not seeing right now. Here we go. And I would put in a £10 stake, and then I would click place, and then I would wait for that to get matched. And then once it's matched, I would then come over to Smarkets, and then I'd put in a lay price here of also, I put in the exact same value of £10 with a lay price of 4. So what that will do is that will give me an exact match between the exchanges, so that reduces my qualifying loss. Now one thing to be aware of with Betfair is that they charge commission. However, they only charge commission on winning bets. Now if we go back and look at my account here, if we have a look, I bet on 5 horses, they all lost, which means no commission is paid. Now what can happen is if the horse wins the race, you don't qualify for the offer, because of course they have to go on and lose, and then you have to pay commission. So on a £10 bet, 5% commission is a 50p qualifying loss. So I log all of these in a spreadsheet. Let me see if I have that up. Yeah, so this is my spreadsheet where I've been tracking them. So on the first few days, I wasn't quite sure what I was doing, and I had some qualifying losses there. But if you have a look at over the last couple of days, I haven't taken any losses. I've had exact matches. Now, if the horse goes on to win the race, then it's actually going to be negative 0.5. It's going to be a 50p loss. But in these cases, they didn't, so that it's actually absolutely risk-free, and that's another reason why I love this offer. And of course yesterday I hit 3 of them, so I think that was a particularly lucky day. But yeah, I really like this offer because you can get it pretty much risk-free or at a qualifying loss that's no more than 50p. You can do it on every single race of the day, and the offer is on every single day. So you know, this is the kind of the bread and butter, the meat and potatoes of match betting, for something where you know, it's not as easy as, oh, bet £10 on this football game and you get a £5 free bet. This is something you have to kind of work at. But if you can do it, you can do this every day, and this can earn you money every day, or not, you know, but the chances are you're going to hit it a few times a week at least if you consistently go for it. So this is one of the ones now where I'm hitting this every day, and I'm trying to get on every race every day. So maybe I'll do a follow-up video in a week or two and show you how many more I've done and how it's going. So let me know if you've done this offer yourselves and what you've thought of it, or if you perhaps give it a try. But this is definitely one of my favorite offers for now, so I do encourage you to give it a go. All right, good luck guys, and thanks for watching.